button, as some of you may know. Okay, so we should be live. So hello, everybody. Am I using? Yes, I'm using the. Hold on. Am I using the right microphone? Yes, I think I am using the right microphone. One moment. Let me just double check. Yes, good. So, welcome to Star Trek Pathos, Season 1, Episode 10. First part of it. With me here are very special guests, namely the players. So, hello. And hello, Roomsbath.
Hello.
In chat.
Hello.
So, would you like to introduce yourselves and your characters, please?
Sure, I'm at the top, so I'll start. Hello everyone, I'm CangoFango, and I play Doviah Drenlich Twossock, who is the Human Communications Officer on the USS Pathos.
Hello, I am Dodrebur, or Dodd, and I play Captain Shiun of the USS Pathos, who is a Vulcan.
Hello, I am Sir Rogue. I play Nero, the flight controller.
Thank you very much. And with that, we can begin this therapy session off. And
What?
who knows? Some people might find these streams therapeutic. So who knows?
Yeah, what? I didn't,
Okay. So actually, I'm gonna move that over a little bit because that's not good. Okay. So since it's a new episode, Dodd, I believe that you have something for us.
I do indeed. It is time. Captain's Log, Stardate 6460.8. 2 weeks have passed since our encounter with the apparent Viuni Vault, now designated as Site AQ-7, and we will soon depart to patrol further outside Federation space, near the Romulan neutral zone. Protection of the site is therefore being passed on to Commodore Cartwright and the USS Yorktown. However, hopefully, he should prove capable in managing negotiations with the First Federation regarding the site's future, though my past experiences in such talks leave me with reservations. Now that they have arrived, I have only one opportunity to discuss the matter in person before it's out of our hands.
Thank you very much. That was great.
Thanks.
Thing about the show is they can edit out
Redo takes.
when you flub your lines.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to, we could start the stream over.
No, thank you.
It's fine. Okay, so indeed. Now we begin the scene with the Pathos sitting just outside the debris field. There are your scientists are just finishing the whatever project they were working on to do with the data or readings that were taken or things like that, and preparing to organize that in such a way as to give it over to the Yorktown, which has just arrived. They are setting up, and you are absolutely right. This is probably going to be your only opportunity. So, would you like to invite Captain Cartwright over for dinner?
Yeah. Just
yes.
dinner, not dinner.
Not
Yes.
dinner.
Not dinner,
Dinner.
but dinner. Yes.
Nah.
Okay, so right. Do you want to? Okay, actually, yeah. Let's roleplay this. You're all on the bridge, so it just arrived, and right. So go ahead.
Where has he arrived at this point?
The ship has arrived
On site.
Ship is right. Okay.
locally, so the ship has dropped off, warped, closed in. They're close range now.
All right. So then that would be hailing.
Mm-hmm. He's not. The guy's not arrived on the bridge.
I didn't know where you were starting
Yeah.
this.
I guess he just arrived. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
But yes.
Yeah. It would be funny though.
Does Doviah open hailing frequencies?
Sure.
Why do you sound like you have such trepidation?
I'm not sure because the sensors thing. Like, would I know their hailing range?
Yeah,
like
but you
other-
don't. That's too.
Yeah, sure.
fine
I just do
details.
it. I just do it.
Okay. The microphone just disconnected, reconnected, disconnected, reconnected. Is this? Can you still hear this? Is this
Yeah.
still okay?
Yes,
Right.
I can hear you in the.
So
There was
Wait.
no interruption
There
on
you go.
our end.
okay.
Right.
So
Right. On screen comes a man who's got quite dark skin, looks human, kind of short-ish hair, and he's got the Commodore golden bands on his sleeves. He's still wearing the kind of goldeny greenish outfit that a captain might have. So he's on the bridge. Says, Captain Shiun, we are pleased to be here. How have things been while you waited?
productive, Commodore.
Hello, VGR.
PGR just shouts Captain.
Why is that so loud? Are you closer to your microphone than you were a moment ago?
Maybe? I don't know.
Hold on, I'll need to turn this down a little bit. One moment. Say something, please.
Hello, I'm here.
Okay, that should be better. I don't know why, there was just a volume spike. Anyway, so...
I don't know. I also just might have been talking louder.
Mm-hmm.
So it happens.
Yeah, sometimes the volume changes with people who aren't robots. So,
Yeah.
he...
What are you meaning?
Anyway,
Yeah, so he says, productive. It's good to hear. Makes our job a little easier. Is there anything you would like to discuss before you start your new assignment?
yes, actually, if you would join us briefly before we have to depart on our next mission.
Very well. I'll be sure to bring a gift. See you shortly. Commodore Cartwright out. Vanishes.
Customary to just bring gifts anytime you visit another ship?
Not that you know of?
Yeah. Certainly not that Shiun knows of.
Yeah.
So
Should I call him again?
Munching on carrots in the background. Just munching on carrots in the background. Perfect.
I'm drinking pickle juice like soup in the background.
Nice.
Yeah. Although, actually, never mind. Right. So,
Never mind.
is everybody gonna meet this guy? Westicker can stay here. If he can have the bridge.
I'm good staying. I'm staying in the bridge.
I mean, who's expected to come? I'd say the captain,
mean-
first officer, perhaps.
Well,
Bridge
not
crew?
The
necessarily.
captain kind of leaves it open.
Right.
I
But
stay on the-
mostly she just wants to talk to him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
staying on
basically
the bridge.
okay. I'm basically asking who would
Like
like
people
to
make me
have
nervous.
who would like to have an interaction with this guy. Basically, is what I'm asking.
Oh, not me. They make me nervous.
I might as well come along. Never know. You never know.
Although it might be interesting if the 2 crew members we established as just receiving awards for scientific discoveries would be there.
Yep.
It would indeed make sense. That is the result of our reputation rolls, by the way.
Yes, indeed.
Nope, I'm good. I will literally just sit in my lovely seat, read a book, maybe.
All right.
Bars, yes, there is a recreational area. However, they do not serve real alcohol.
Synthahol.
Yes. So basically it tastes pretty much like it, but you can't actually get drunk from it.
Mm-hmm.
So...
I see literally no point in that.
I don't know, it's tradition, I guess. Anyway,
Yeah.
so... Okay. So did you say that Doviah wanted to come?
Yes, I said I might
Okay.
as well.
Right. So you head over to the transporter room. Get in there.
Yes.
You can see he materializes, and you can see he's got a bottle with him. It's kind of a wonky bottle, like a looks a bit strange. It's blue,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, "Permission to come aboard, Captain?"
Of course.
Here, a gift. Now, where would you like to discuss things?
I don't have any particularly strong feelings about it, so I don't know, whatever's standard procedure.
Okay.
Main deflector control.
No.
No, you would
Never go to main deflector control unless you absolutely have to.
So
Yes.
it's probably just going to be a meeting room then, like a conference room.
Okay.
Okay, so you make your way to a conference room, and you sit down. He says, "It's a pleasure to finally meet you face to face. I've heard a lot of your exploits over the last few months, and I wanted you to know that Starfleet sees you as an invaluable asset."
Thank you, Commodore. By the way, this is off. Are you what's your rank
I am
in this one?
Lieutenant Junior Grade, Captain.
No, not in character.
But yes, Lieutenant Junior Grade.
This is Officer Twossock, Lieutenant Junior Grade, one of our recent award recipients.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Cartwright.
Ah, yes. The pleasure's all mine. I heard that the scientific institutes are quite excited about your discoveries.
Yes, I've heard that as well.
I was hoping to meet the other recipient as well. Is he currently busy?
I'm not sure. I'd have to check.
He prefers to be at his post.
Ah. A role model for us all. Now,
Yeah.
without getting too caught up in the pleasantries, what was it that you wanted to discuss?
Making a note of something.
Okay.
Yes. Regarding your posting, I certainly would not argue that our ship is well suited to protecting this site. It is certainly not what it's designed for.
Small note. The other one, the Yorktown, is also a Constitution class, so same type
I
as
was
yours.
about to ask before, but
So just to clarify.
Okay,
I might
yeah.
have forgotten to mention that.
Mhm.
Because the thing is, the Yorktown, because I know Star Trek, immediately I think, oh, that's a ship, that's that ship. But, of course, not everybody knows that, so...
Okay.
No.
No. Sorry about that.
Interesting. Noted. Okay, that does change things.
Yes.
While I have no doubt as to your competence in handling this matter, it does seem somewhat illogical to have the responsibility of negotiating passed on when I was specifically requested from a representative of the First Federation to be involved.
I can see where you're coming from. If I'm being honest, Captain, it was a personal request of mine. I would not like to go into the details. However, I presented my case to Starfleet, and they decided to assign me this role. I may have had to pull in some...
He's like Captain
favors.
Kirk.
Hmm?
He wants to do something, he gets to do it.
Who knows? He says, I may have had to pull in some favors. This is not to say that I mean to deprive you or your ship of any of the bragging rights, of course. Your insights and help are most welcome and will be duly credited, of course. If we require any assistance, the Pathos will remain within the sector for at least a little while, yes?
Yes.
Great. The rock eyebrow. Sorry, just...
think Shiun is still somewhat baffled that bragging rights were even mentioned in this conversation.
Well... He says, also, that reminds me, I read in your most recent status report that you are changing some installations on your bridge. You are installing a new console, if I'm correct, yes?
Yes, that is correct.
How are things progressing with that?
How are things progressing with that?
It's going very well. Some might say it's even finished.
The installation has been completed successfully. I don't anticipate any issues.
Good to hear. With the Bashal in the area and the Federation's recent involvement with them, I have a feeling that we're going to see more of them rather than less. While I am hopeful for a diplomatic solution, prior experiences have taught me otherwise.
Yes. They do seem to have a rather...
Quiet.
They do seem to have a rather quiet.
Yeah.
But what was I thinking? Train of thought left the station and is not coming back.
Quick, call the signal box. Tell them to switch them on the Y.
The Bashal certainly have taken an interest in these Viuni artifacts and sites to such an extent that nothing else that is occurring around them seems significant. It is troubling that we still don't understand why they are sometimes hostile towards us and sometimes not.
Yes, I agree. Well, we can hope that we learn more soon. I have a feeling that the Bashal will not abandon this place, considering how many ships they've sent here to their doom in the past.
Yes, this seems to be of extreme importance to them. For them to have made such an intense investment over such a long period of time.
Yeah. He kind of leans forward a bit. He says, Captain, in your opinion, I read the reports, but what do you think the stuff in the asteroid is for, the equipment?
Hold on, I'm looking at my notes.
Of
Remind
course.
myself
Of course.
exactly what we found.
Yeah, quick, we need to get rail replacement. No, not Cap, he's a Commodore. Kango.
Oh yeah. That is true.
Unless Doviah is talking to Captain Shiun about that.
That was
offering her perspective on things.
Oh, and she would never. No.
I can't. Yeah.
No, if you want to, please go ahead. It's okay,
Yeah.
but it is a bit of. It can be a little frustrating if there's a roleplay opportunity, a thing. The characters are in the scene, and then it's just one character interacting with them constantly. The other one's just kind of sitting there.
Yeah. If there is something I would like to add, then I will do that. But it still feels a bit like I don't know. Feels like it's more like a discussion between the captain and the commodore, and I'm like listening. It seems like more like.
Well, if you have some insights or some opinions or things, you can offer them. You can.
True.
Like, other than the stuff specifically with the First Federation, you have been present during all these interactions with the Bashal.
Plus, you were even
and the Viuni artifact.
Yeah, you were on the asteroid. He just asked, "What do you think?"
That is true.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did address the captain. But if you have your own opinion, you can offer that.
Right.
I do have a slight suspicion. Though I will say there's not a particularly large amount of evidence to support it. other than the presence of technology which seems related to transport and warp capabilities and certain resemblances to what we saw on the whatever the planet was that had salt vampires on it. I don't remember the name.
It was M.
Yeah.
I think M113. Yes,
Yes.
M113.
That's it.
Sure. M113. And the presence of all the stored data, I do have a theory that it might be a means by which they maintained contact and traveled to the various civilizations they had assisted or taken advantage of, whatever may have been the case. Should they require follow-up attention. Of course, without being able to study the data, it is difficult to say for certain.
It is an interesting point of view, one which we will take into consideration. Now, back to the business about those awards. At that point, the intercom on the wall shows that sound. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So,
Yes.
what do you want to do? Do you want to ignore it, listen to him continue to talk, or do you want to respond to it?
I think, shall I get
If I
that?
may, Commodore.
Okay, he gives you a little nod.
All right. Respond.
Okay. It's the bridge. Westacre is letting you know that they have completed the data transfer, and your turn is now all set up to resume where you're now leaving off.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, Commodore?
Yes, like I was saying, about this business with the awards, I wanted to ask, are you sure there's no way of me meeting the other recipient? I do not want to intrude in how you run your ship, of course.
I am certain he can be spared for a moment.
I only wanted to shake the man's hand.
Very well. I comms Nero.
Can you walk back over to the intercom, press the button to call the bridge? The bridge.
If Nero could join us in whatever meeting room we're in.
2.
Sure. Meeting room 2.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess he does move.
Okay.
We'll go
Very well.
relentlessly, but of course, because we've still got some issues.
Understandable, given what happened with the last Commodore. So, alright, you make your way down there. You enter the scene. You can see them sitting around the table. What do you do?
While we are... Oh,
You
wait,
right.
what?
Ma'am,
I was just
How
skip,
fast did you get there?
I was just gonna skip ahead to when he gets there. But if you want to do something between there, we can do that.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
I mean, it depends on how long it is.
Probably just like maybe a minute or two.
Then I wait.
Okay.
As do I.
So yes, Nero, you come in the room.
Ma'am, you wanted something?
The Commodore stands up, kind of straightens his shirt a little bit, walks over to you and reaches out his hand to shake your hand.
I shake the hand.
Okay, you shake the hand. He says, "It is a pleasure to meet you.
And you, sir.
I must say congratulations on receiving your award. I'm sure that it is only the first of many in your career. I've had a chance to look into your personal record, and I must say I'm very impressed. That's all I wanted to say. Well,
Okay.
except that should you ever seek a different posting, the Yorktown could use a helmsman of your caliber.
Okay. Can I go now, please, ma'am?
What do you say?
Oh, is he asking me for permission?
Can I go? Can I please go now, ma'am? He said.
Ah, sorry. Didn't catch that. I was typing.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you wish.
Thank you. And then this guy's.
Okay. So then, Commodore Cartwright turns to you and says, "Truly a very modest man. Now, I must be getting back to my ship. I have a whole load of scientists on board who are quite eager to get started. I wouldn't want to keep them waiting too long, otherwise they might get ideas."
Yes. Just one more thing.
Yes?
Our relationship with the First Federation is still tenuous, and recent circumstances have not solidified that as of yet.
Yes, I heard about what happened with New Athens.
Yes. I do trust that your personal interest also comes with personal experience and knowledge of the matter at hand.
Yes, of course. I've had plenty of experience negotiating with several of the Romulan vassal states in the past. The First Federation, at least, is on non-hostile terms with the Federation at this point, which is going to be a great help.
Yes.
Vigorous note-taking in the background.
Do proceed with caution. They, in my experience, do require a certain delicacy, despite their neutral opinions of us.
Yes, I will of course bear that in mind, Captain. And
I will be available.
Yes, if things do take a turn for the worse, I know where to find you. Now, Captain, Miss Twossock,
Yes.
it's a pleasure to meet you.
And you, Commodore.
Enjoy my gift. I know that Vulcans do not usually drink, but perhaps you'll make an exception in this case. Now, I'll be getting back to the Yorktown. If
Safe
that's all.
travels.
And he leaves, leaving his bottle on the table.
I didn't think he'd just take it with him again.
Yes.
I'll probably head off as well to my post again.
All right.
With that, yeah.
So,
Would make
Captain,
sense.
what do you want to do?
What kind of drink is it?
He didn't say. It's a blue bottle. That's kind of wonky. Do you wanna take a sniff?
Sure.
Okay, you uncork it. Take a little sniff. It definitely smells alcoholic. And a bit sweet as well. The liquid inside looks kind of like a opaque ochre.
Mm-hmm.
I Decisions. You know what? Let's just let's send it to the chief medical officer for regulated distribution for medicinal purposes.
I like that idea.
That's perfect.
For inspection, yes.
Medicinal, love it.
Okay, I need to just make a quick note.
The chief medical officer now has a bottle of alcoholic beverage. Yes, important note.
Yeah, just be careful. It is just medicinal usage. Damn it, writing. I hate. Where am I? I know him.
Okay, so you give it. Okay,
The captain has relinquished ownership over this bottle.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
oh, damn it.
okay. Smells like tequila, but it seems to be a type I'm unfamiliar with. I mean, if you want to take a swig of it. Anyway, so what do you do then?
I
Just scan it as room's bath.
no, I don't think Captain Shiun thinks it's that important. So I guess just get everyone ready to go.
Okay, so
As we're supposed to leave immediately.
Yeah. So is there anything anyone would like to do, or can we skip ahead to when you're underway and stuff might happen?
Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm writing something else all the time. You're supposed to take notes, by the way.
That's okay.
I don't think Captain does anything right now.
Alright, so you want to skip ahead. You're okay to skip ahead, yes?
Yeah. I think at some point on the trip over, I think she would send a message to her previous contact in the First Federation.
Uh-huh. Yes.
That
What was the name of that guy?
well, it'll be in, I think, for the last episode. Raylock. Under Raylock.
Yes.
Yes.
There he is. Yes, of course. What is in the message?
I think something along the lines of that the Commodore is personally invested in seeing these negotiations succeed, but might not be particularly accustomed to this type of negotiation. That, as far as she can tell, his intentions don't seem untoward.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just a fair warning that he's probably okay, but he might make a mistake or two.
10 out of 10 message.
Would send again. Oh wait, no.
That might get annoying.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I got a message failed to send thing, so I didn't think you got it. I had to send it. I'm sorry.
That would be
Love it.
Okay,
Yes.
so, right, you send the message, gets received, and you're underway. Does anyone else want to do something before you reach the neutral zone and begin patrolling?
Nope.
Do you know? Probably not. I should probably head to my post and yeah, that's it probably. I would say.
Alright then. So, after about a day's travel, you arrive at the edge of the neutral zone, which last time you were here, you were actually sneaking out of it, but now you're on the somewhat safe side of it. And yes, you begin patrolling. So I'm going to need a difficulty 0 check to be made by J. Baylor, who sees sensors at the moment. And the ship will assist.
Alright.
So let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll.
See if we get any starting momentum for this adventure.
Yes, you do.
Wow.
In fact,
Awesome.
you get 2 from that. Now,
Nice.
Rogue, would you like to roll for the ship?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Give me a sec. Come on, load up. Quiet. What are we doing?
Roll science plus sensors. Or security plus sensors.
Hold on.
In this case.
Sensors plus
Either science or security in this case, I would think is fine.
security. Sorry, because it's higher. Nope, not one. One dice, I think.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Hold on. Wow.
Well,
Good start. Great.
Yeah. No. Roll 20 wants to kill me. Okay.
I mean, it's in the name. Roll 20.
good point.
Except usually that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Wrong game, roll 20. Wrong game.
Okay. Imagine
It's
if
just trying to be helpful.
Yes.
imagine if when they made the package for the Star Trek Adventures package for Roll 20, if they coded it in so that certain numbers have a little slight higher chance than others, that would be devious, wouldn't it?
Yeah?
Okay, so you begin patrolling, and everything seems fine. You do detect some energy signatures on the other side of the neutral zone, probably Romulan patrol vessels, but as soon as they appear on your sensor, as soon as you see a little bit appearing, they just vanish. Probably cloaking. You get to... Actually, I need to look at the name of it. What is it called? Okay, yeah, sure. You get to the... Actually, hold on, I need to quickly reference the map because I wrote down the system name, not actually the sector name. One moment. What is the sector called? Does the sector even have a name? That's another good question. No, actually it doesn't have a name. Okay. Okay, so then, yeah, let's just say, okay, you get to, so as you're passing into the Brenner's sector, you, Doviah, receive a distress call about a few light years away. Someone seems to be having some trouble with their, sounds like with their engines, something's overloading. You don't get that much, it's a bit garbled.
Right. I would say that. So I would say, Captain, I'm picking up a distress call. I can't make out much of it, but it seems they're having trouble with their engines.
Point of origin.
Okay. So, at this point, I'm going to need a roll. It's going to be difficulty 1.
That would be a roll, Captain.
Huh.
Wow.
And if this was like comic relief, that
It's
would be great.
part of our very advanced interface along with the jelly bean buttons. You have to roll a die on a sensor pad.
Yeah, it excites the neutron flow. Anyway,
Is that what
so
you call it?
And the viewers.
it's going to be insight plus engineering.
Okay.
And difficulty 1, complication range 1.
Great. Two
Subspace
dice.
communications applies.
Nice. So, sure. Here we are. 2 success.
Ship assists. So, Dod, would you like to roll for the ship?
Sure.
It's going to be... I would probably say sensors plus science would be my best guess as to what the best thing would be.
All right. The classic.
Yeah, of course.
The ship
What?
Just forever rolling complications.
Maybe they messed something up when they installed
Wow.
that new tactical console.
Wow. Wow.
Do you want to get Savaru up here to have a check, to look at the ship systems?
Neo is just no.
Okay.
No, I'm not even gonna have a look. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Let's see if we can keep this up, shall we? So, you do find the coordinates. It's deep space.
9. No.
9 distributed. It's in deep space. Near the neutral zone. Not quite in it, but you do have to get a little bit closer than you are now. You'd still be within, well, outside of it, but you'd be really getting quite close to it.
Mm-hmm.
There are no systems or other points of interest anywhere in the area. Hammer fix everything.
Yes, it does. I like that one.
Making a quick note for the next character's value. Okay.
No, I think I did
so-
one. Was it gun?
Yeah, you did.
Captain, it appears to be originating from...
You've got the coordinates.
Oh, sure. That's fine. Never mind.
I mean, you've
Blah,
got
blah,
the
blah,
coordinates. You can just tell. Wait, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's just continue.
Oh, hello, Nella.
Nella, hello.
Whoa!
Oh no.
Hi!
Welcome. How's
Duck-
everything?
duck-
Not usually here.
A few
You
Sometimes.
finished
times.
already?
Duct tape fixes everything. Yes, duct tape.
I think he's already finished his game then already.
I mean, I think this is only the second time he's been in the Star Trek Pathos thing in 30 sessions. So
Second or third? I'm not sure. Anyway,
Mhm.
so what do you want to do? You've got the coordinates. You know that's really quite close. Like really quite close. Worth pointing out that when the Romulans first reappeared in Balance of Terror, the episode,
Mhm.
they just completely ventured out through the neutral zone and destroyed several Federation listening posts with testing out their new weapon before trying to retreat, where the Enterprise managed to stop them from retreating, and they were destroyed. So little is known about the Romulans, only that they were once Vulcans before they left, because they didn't want to follow Surak. And there was a war between Romulus and Earth about 100 years ago. But other than that, not much is known. I see. Okay. Well, glad to have you here.
Yes.
If you have any recommendations as to what the players should do, feel free to give them in chat.
Feel free to voice them.
I'm sure it'll be very entertaining.
Yes, the entire bridge crew will appreciate it.
So, what do you want to do? Westaker says,
Yes.
Captain, I recommend we proceed with caution. It could be a trap.
yes. Approach with haste.
Mm-hmm.
On yellow alert.
Okay. Shields up. Wait, what do you mean? The asteroid wasn't a trap?
Asteroid? Why?
Maybe a distress call can be a trap, as was...
Stated.
Oh,
Just
stated.
a sec ago.
It's just like, okay, I thought that
Yeah.
was the asteroid because of the... Anyway,
It's
doesn't matter.
alright.
So, yeah. Okay, so go to yellow light. Approach, it takes you about half an hour or so to get there. You get within extreme range. Well, within long range, so long range sensors. And what would you like to do? You're also within hailing distance.
Scan first.
Okay. Do you want to buy dice?
See if there's obvious evidence that something else is going to be receiving our hail. And we might not want them to.
Do you want to buy dice or not? I haven't evaporated any momentum yet because we didn't really have a proper scene so far.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Well.
that is 3 successes. Congratulations.
Great.
Damn.
Okay.
Nice.
So, who would like to roll for the ship?
I vote.
Well,
Not
two
me.
of us have rolled complications for the ship so far, so let's go with the one who hasn't rolled yet.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, so sure, census plus science, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Sorry,
If this is a
that.
20, I'm just gonna go, what the hell? What?
We'll find out soon. That's a 7.
A 7. Okay.
We're safe.
Okay, so that's
I
another
think
success.
Roll20 hates us.
Well, no, we would have gotten a complication otherwise.
Okay, so with 5 momentum,
Yes.
the scan is quite revealing. It appears to be a civilian freighter. The registry of it is the SS Perishable. And indeed, they appear to be losing plasma from their warp engines. They are currently stationary, and they are emitting, the hull is emitting quite a lot of heat. That would correlate with engine troubles. There are no signs of any other ships in the area.
Right.
All right. Then open hailing frequencies.
Aye, Captain. And yes, I open hailing frequencies.
Okay, opening frequencies. A moment later, you can see the view screen comes a woman. She looks human for all intents and purposes. Quite overweight, wearing overalls that have kind of pockets in them. You can see kind of some smoke behind her. And this. Oh, you're responding to my distress call. Great, that's great. Please do hurry. I don't know how much longer I can keep this from all burning up. Please, hurry.
Very well. We will approach swiftly and have our transporters ready, and kind of gives a signal to the rest of the bridge to do so. While we are on our way, what is your status and what happened?
I hear what sounds like an EPS conduit bursting or something. Just one moment, it goes over. You can hear what sounds like a fire extinguisher. A few minutes, after about a minute, she comes back. I don't know. Something went wrong with the engines. I'm not very mechanical. I tried to fix things. It didn't work. And it cuts.
Okay then.
So,
I love going into situations where we talk to people and they give us no information. Yay.
I mean, you can try to get her back. If you wanted to.
I think kind of do it.
I could open another.
How far away are we at this point?
At this point, only about maybe another 3 minutes.
Okay.
3 minutes, Captain.
Probably call back again when we're at medium range.
Okay. Right. So, I'm going to need Nero to make a roll to see how quickly you get there, depending on... You might make things better, you might make things worse. Gonna set the difficulty to 1. It's going to be con plus either control or daring.
That's fine.
6 miles and closing.
Right. Okay. Complication range is
1. It's 1.
1. That's fine.
Ship will assist us also.
Huh.
Huh.
1.
1. Okay, so Dodd, it's time for you to roll for the ship again.
Great.
Well, if that's 20.
It's going to be engines plus con.
Oh god damn it.
Engines con.
Huh.
What?
Okay.
Hey!
Congrats.
So-
It's a 6.
Ah, god damn it. I'm
Yes.
just gonna roll bad.
Okay, so that
My
brings
0
us-
was a 19.
Oh no.
Huh.
Oh.
Good thing the complication range wasn't increased.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Roll 20, come on.
So, you essentially get there. You head into medium range when you drop out of warp. You're close enough now to be able to get it on visual. And what do you want to do?
Call back.
Okay. So, Kango, what are you doing?
Yeah, call again.
You call back. There's no response.
There's no response, Captain.
Alright. I guess scan for life signs, see what sort of evacuation situation we're dealing with, and I guess also try and see just how delicate this is. If there's a chance that we could stabilize it with our engineers,
Okay.
or if we just need to get the hell out of there.
So, okay, that's going to be an... Okay, so if you're at medium range, so this is going to be an engineering plus sensors with a base difficulty of, well, it would be 1, but you're at medium, so that's 2, but you've got advanced sense suites, so that's reduced back to 1. So, the difficulty 1, check for, at this point, probably be Mr. Zaveru actually doing that. So his insight plus engineering, which is his highest 2 stats. Do you want him... Oh, and also... Oh yeah, focus supplies. Do you want him to buy dice? We're at maximum momentum.
We are.
What?
Sure, throw him one.
Everybody okay with that?
Sure.
Yes?
Yeah, I don't know we had that many.
Okay. Huh. Okay. And that was a 19 as well.
The last one was a 19. Wow.
Man.
Okay. So...
Really on the
Roll
edge.
20, come on.
So... Now, Rogue, please roll for the ship.
Well, here goes the old 20. Or 19. Right.
Sensors plus engineering.
I got it. Give me a sec. I sense then to take me a bit of time. Is it sensors? engineering. Oh, cool. Same one there, though. Oh, God. Well, here comes the...
Huh.
Oh!
Okay. 11.
that.
Yeah. So okay, so you
Right.
can ask one. That's one overflow, so you can use that for obtain information. So should you wish to do so. And actually, does he have? No, he doesn't. Okay. So at this point, Zaveru is on the bridge at the operations / engineering station. You know where Scotty sometimes was. And except not on the Enterprise, of course. So this is things. The ship seems to be largely intact. The engines are quite severely damaged. The interior space seems to be flooding with toxic gases. I'm only detecting one life sign. It's getting quite faint.
Very well. Have them transported immediately and prepare a team to safely evaluate the situation.
Okay. Do you want to close into close range before you transport? Or do you want to do it from medium? It's going to increase the difficulty.
You know, we'd get a little closer,
Okay, so Nero's...
but probably have medical officers ready to receive them in the transporter room, just in case.
Okay. So, Nero, do you take the Pathos into close range?
Yes, I go, Captain, are you trying to test my skills again?
I do not think this is a dangerous situation at present.
Okay. I just go.
Okay. So, take the ship into close range. At this point, I need Nero and... Okay, let's see. It would be Nero, Doviah, and J. Baylor to each give me an insight plus engineering check. I'm not going to tell you the difficulty, but the complication range is 1.
Oh no.
Dice are available.
Also, you can ask a question, because that wasn't otherwise. Yeah, you've still got that.
Ugh.
Alright, I guess, given the parts of the ship that seem damaged, what would be the likely cause of the toxic gases?
Is everybody okay with that?
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, so you ask that, he gets back, responds, says, my best guess would be that some of the electroplasma from the EPS conduits might have condensated on the walls and turned back into gases from plasma. Seems to have the right composition, nasty stuff.
right, so you want inside.
Very well. Proceed with caution. And when transporting, make sure we don't bring any with her.
Right, I'll get to transporter room 1. And Zaveru goes off. Now, I need you to roll, please.
Who's rolling what again?
It's gonna be. It is going to be Doviah, Nero, as well as J. Baylor.
So what's rolling again?
It's going to be insight plus engineering. I'm not going to tell you the difficulty, but the complication range is 1.
So for what is it exactly?
Who knows? Maybe you'll find out
So
if you
no
succeed.
focus apply.
In this, what focus do you have?
Ground vehicles, botany, survival, subspace communications, theatrics, manual linguistics with the Cochrane Medal of Excellence.
No.
Okay. Sure. Straight roll. Pathos.
I doubt any of mine do. Even quantum mechanics doesn't. So let's
That's
just
2.
Right.
do it.
Noted you did not want dice.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't remember.
That's fine. You rolled well anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go on then. Why not? Go.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Go home.
Does Jay Baylor want to buy any dice?
We'll give Jay Baylor a die.
And then
But-
that one rolls a complication.
We'll see.
He's an NPC who would generally have lower stats,
Mhm.
so we'll give him a die.
Well,
Well, it wasn't the die you bought. It wasn't the die you bought. So that's 2 successes as well.
I did.
Actually,
say
no, that's 1
success.
success. Sorry, that's 1
Oh.
success only.
What
wow.
talents does he have?
That's
Nothing
just
that would
wow.
apply.
Okay.
Wow.
So, okay, right.
Well, there's a lot of successes going around.
Mm-hmm. So you come in, Nero. You on your navigation readouts,
Mm-hmm.
you notice
Yeah.
there's a little tiny disturbance that looks like it's coming from the SS Perishable. Not quite sure what is, or even if it is anything. It could just be a little bit of radiation or your reflected scans or something like that. But you thought you caught a little bit of something. Doviah, as well, you're monitoring the communications channels, and there's a tiny little bit of noise that you detect.
Mm-hmm.
Something that could be caused by radiation, could be, well, it could be a form of communication or just something. Could be a scan. You're not sure what it was or if it even has any significance.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you both want to do?
I mention it and ask.
Yeah. If
If-
you mention it, I'll also say, yes, actually, I'm picking up some strange noise as well. I'm not sure what's causing it, though.
Jabir says, perhaps it is a fault in our consoles. I did not detect anything.
Perhaps.
Maybe we should get one of the engineers up here to double check the wiring of the new tactical console. When there is time, of course.
Yes. In the meantime, let us not get quite so close.
Okay. Do you still want to get into close range?
No.
No? Okay. Right. So,
We got good transporters. We got a lot of momentum.
mhm.
It'll be fine.
So, now it's time to lower the shields, lock on, beam over. So, this is gonna be a row. It's gonna be a row. Now, the normal difficulty would be 1 for transporting from a non-transporter pad location to a transporter pad. +1 because you're at medium range rather than close range. And I'm also going to add +1 because you want to filter out the gases. +3. Then I'm going to spend 1 point of threat to set that to 4. However, the ship's advanced sensor suites, because it's going to be an engineering plus sensors check in this case, reduce that by 1 to 3. So, Zeveru plus the ship have to get 3 successes.
Give that man a die.
You may do so.
Okay. 3d20. Here we go.
Well,
There we go. So that is 3 successes
Wow.
already. Great. So,
Nice.
now, Kango, would you like to roll for the ship?
Sure.
It's going to be sensors plus engineering.
Okay, so we set to that. Change that over. Here we go. 1.
Huh. Okay, so we're at rank
Alright.
5. Congratulations.
That is a 9.
So, beams on. Locks on. Things are going well. And then, is anyone going to go down to the transporter room for when this happens? Except for, of course, Zeveru and the medical personnel you ordered.
I'd probably stay at my post, I'd say, if people are there.
I mean, Dodd, you could leave Westacre in charge of the bridge if you wanted to have a look yourself. Or you
Yeah.
could send Nero down there, but he might be useful up here in a little bit, who knows.
Nero can stay where he is.
Yes, please.
Yeah. No, the captain will go
leave
down.
it-
Mm-hmm.
You don't take your best pilot to go and do something when you need to get out of here very quickly. Not Bragomir and Horned or anything.
Okay, so you said you are going to go down, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You go down just as he's initializing the transport. It's going well. You can see the dematerialization succeeded. It's beamed over. Starts to rematerialize. You can see the yellow sparkles. And then there's a little poof of smoke, little explosion on the transporter pad, and sparks fly. And Zeveru is in shock. Looks over, looks at his console, says, No, something's interfering with it. Something's interfering with it. It's going to be another roll. This time, it's going to be a difficulty 2, complication range 2. And the ship will not assist. However, Captain, you can assist if you want to.
Oh, cool. That's engineering and...
For him, it's going to be engineering plus daring. Which isn't as
And for me?
For you, it depends how you want to assist. You could potentially do command plus presence. If you wanted
Yeah,
to.
I think I am oversight on this.
Mm-hmm.
Those stats are really, really low for me.
I mean, if you wanted to get more hands-on with it, you could also do engineering plus control or daring, or engineering plus insight, if you wanted to.
Nah. I don't think being on hands-on in this situation is the best idea.
Okay. So, do you want him to buy any dice?
Well, we got a momentum back from the last
So
roll.
at 5 still.
So we're at 5. Yeah, give him a die.
Everybody okay with that?
Affirmative.
Okay. Actually, I realize if I've got the character here, I don't even have to. don't even have to roll the other way.
Nice.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's a 19. Okay. That's 3 successes. So if you
Yeah,
made it one
see
back.
my response in.
He can re-roll that, right?
I saw.
Yes. Which is exactly what he's gonna do.
Yes, I would opt for that as well.
Huh. Much better.
Nice.
Cautious engineering is such a good one.
It's awesome.
Especially since engineering checks tend to be quite critical rolls.
Yeah.
Reference not intended.
Yes.
I was gonna say this would be my response if he failed.
Yeah.
I
Make
So-
alarm.
Go ahead and assist.
All right.
So command
Oh, that,
presence, composure,
Yes.
and complication range 2.
Yes.
Okay. Command presence, go. Hey.
Okay, which
One
is
more.
actually 1 overflow.
Nice.
Okay. So you're there, he's saying, "Oh no, I'm losing the pattern, something's interfering. Hold on." He kind of removes one of the panels and goes down. You can tell that he's really getting quite nervous about this. Not quite panicking, but getting there a bit. What do you want to do?
Well, canonically with the roll,
Yeah.
I guess the captain serves as a stabilizing force
Mm-hmm.
in this situation.
Okay. He messes around with the controls a little bit. When he says, "No, gonna have to reroute power from somewhere." The reroutes power from different systems. There's it's like it's draining it. Hold on, and he routes auxiliary power as well. And then finally, on the transporter pad, materializes a quite unconscious woman who you've seen previously, still wearing the overalls. Quite oily, a little bit of smoke about her. Medical personnel go over. Scanner. Let's do a roll. So this is to scan and provide any emergency, first aid if it's necessary. Do you want to buy dice for the NPCs in this roll?
How much momentum are we at now?
Maximum.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give him a die.
Everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
2
Well,
18s.
Good.
2 18s and a 6.
Well,
What a
not
roll.
20, really. I'll tell you this one make it on the edge. Just still on the edge.
They want to make
Still on that
it.
edge.
They want to make it interesting for the viewers.
Okay, well there we go.
Apparently.
I mean, I should have guessed.
And the total was 42.
I was
So that's fun.
I was about
It
to
is,
comment
it
on that.
is.
I said I should have guessed that it would be 42, and that's when you said that.
Yeah.
So
my response. Just
Yep. Let's see if we can get that list of emojis all the way to the top of the Twitch chat.
oh, I can do that. Don't tempt me.
Not through spamming, of course. Anyway,
If they wouldn't disappear, yes.
so I meant on my window.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nah. It will be spamming, but spamming.
It's more than halfway there on my window.
Huh. With hold on, I'll quickly show you what it's like for me. One moment. I know this isn't strictly relevant, but one moment. So that's what it looks like on my window.
And that's 9 above.
So we need
Yeah.
quite a lot to get it up there still. Anyway,
That is.
Yeah, that's a really long window.
so scan her with an injector or something using hyperspray. She gets up and says, Captain, she's stable. She's unconscious due to asphyxiation. There doesn't appear to be any serious injury. We should get her to sickbay, but I expect she'll be fine.
Very well. I will leave her in your hands.
Then Zaveru says, hold on, one moment. One moment. Goes over, says, Captain, may I? As it going over to...
Of course.
Okay. Goes down. Pads around. And kind of reaches over, looks at a necklace that she has kind of pulled out of her coat, overalls. It looks like there is this orange crystal kind of laid in, almost like an amulet, basically. And it's got kind of silver around it. It says, I knew it. Lobi crystals.
How do I spell that?
One moment.
Yeah,
I'll give it
what?
to you. I'll one moment. One moment. I'll put it in game chat. There. Lobi. Or Lobay, actually. Says, damn things act like a sponge. This almost cost her life. Sure hope she doesn't think it's a lucky charm.
Hurry.
She
Hurry.
and he releases it. Now, meanwhile, on the bridge, while that's happening, Nero, you're there.
Crap. Yep.
See, everything's going well. And then an alarm goes off over by the engineering console. Nobody's there currently. Westaker says, Nero, could you have a look?
Mm-hmm.
Do you head over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you head over. And
Yeah, sorry.
I'm going to need you to make an insight engineering check. Difficulty 1, in this case.
Okay.
Not, this is happening while the transport is going on.
Insight, engineering, yep. 2, 1, yeah.
Ship will not
Calculation 1,
assist.
yeah.
Yes, the ship will not assist.
So.
Ooh, congratulations.
All right.
So, nice.
Now we're on fire.
Thankfully not.
My fingers.
So, you look over, press all those candy buttons, and get readouts on the screens. It looks like there's been a bit of overload in the transport systems. Power is being rerouted to transporter room 1 from shield system, so defensive systems, sensors, auxiliary power. More and more power is being rerouted through there. A bit concerning. What do you do?
Just keep an eye on it.
Keeping an eye on it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, after a moment, it stabilizes again. Everything's normalized.
That's fine. I'm gonna go back to my seat.
Wesley says, "Well, what happened?"
It's fine. Oh, just a lot of power going to the transporter.
Wesley pushes a button on the on his captain's chair. Well, your captain's chair. Says, "Bridge to transporter room 1. Captain, we noticed some unusual power consumption in the area. Is everything okay? Is it a trap?"
The situation seems to be resolved. Zveru believes it is the fault of a lobi crystal, though he was still explaining exactly what that problem was.
Right. Okay, well, if we've got everything in hand, it's good. Bridge out. Okay, so now back in the transport room 1. Zveru kind of stands up off the ground as they carry this woman out. He crosses his arms, says, "Captain, those lobi crystals, quite rare. They taught us about them at the academy. I've never actually seen one. There's a reason why they don't get transported. When the structure of the crystal, well, how do I explain this? And I was actually going to need to roll to explain this in a way that is actually understandable. It's only going to be a difficulty 1, but who knows. So in this case, I'm going to say presence plus engineering. Do you want him to buy dice for this? Or rather not?
How difficult is it?
It's only difficulty 1.
And how much momentum are we at?
We're in max.
Oh. Yeah, give him a die.
Everybody okay with this?
I want to make sure we understand the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I'd say
Why
so.
not?
Oh, that's... Okay, there we are.
We have the momentum to spare. And if he gets even one more than one success, then we make it right back. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that 0 was...
He does.
A 19 again! Of course.
All 20 is riding.
So, thinks for a moment, gathers his thoughts, says, "Right, you know what happens when you put aluminium in an EM field, like an energy coil. It disrupts things.
Yes.
It causes, well, these crystals, if you try to transport them, they act, the patterns of them, he finds it difficult to find the words, says, the patterns of the crystal neutralize the energy. It's like a sponge that just keeps sucking it in the energy, neutralizing it. You've got to overwhelm the energy to be able to rematerialize it. It's surprising we even got her back, Captain.
Yes, it is unfortunate that she fell unconscious before she could inform us of such a thing if she was aware of it.
Yes, indeed. Did you make a note?
Sure.
Okay, so I should make that bold. So, does anyone... Okay, so what do you want to do next?
We could wait until she's conscious.
Well, you've also got the thing with the ship.
Yeah, I'm getting my ass out of here.
Okay. So, Westacre, so you know that the transport's finished, so you want to recommend to retreat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and get us out of here then, if we know that.
Westacre looks like he's about to say something, but then he says, "Yes, go ahead." So how far away do you take the ship? You're currently just on the edge of medium and close range. Do you want to go out to long range?
I'm beyond, yeah.
So to extreme range. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So you take the ship out to extreme range, which is a couple of AUs. Right. Dodd, what do you want to do? As well as Doviah, if you have anything that you want to do.
I'd like to continue this conversation with Zaveri.
Okay, go ahead. Ahem, indeed.
Yes. Do you think that due to the nature of this crystal, if there was, say, a minor issue that's fairly standard with an engine, and someone wearing that crystal were to begin evaluating the situation in close proximity, if that would cause any further problems?
That would be an obtain information spend. So 1 momentum.
Captain.
Go ahead.
Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have Studious?
Not on this character.
Okay. So, okay, then he says,
Same.
scratch his head for a moment. As some of the engineers come in to have a look at the transporter room, say, make sure everything's okay or fix stuff if needed. Yes. Maybe. That's actually a good... If she went near to some of the EPS manifolds that go to the impulse engines, for example, and if they weren't covered by metal plating, then Captain, you've had a great idea. I think you've solved it. Of course, I would have to have a look at the ship to be sure.
Very well. Make whatever preparations you need to safely do so.
Right. Could you get a reading from the bridge on what state the ship's in, please?
Yes. Contact the bridge.
Okay, press the button. Westacre, this is the bridge.
I need a report on the status of the ship.
Well,
the freighter, that is.
Well, we've moved away because it might explode. Should we try to get a reading from here or move in closer again?
Look to Zaveri. How detailed does this need to be?
Closer the better.
Very well. Proceed to close range for the scan, but...
You could also use a probe. Just remind me.
We could use probe, right.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot about those.
Same.
Usually haven't
Yeah,
in this
true.
campaign. But forgot them this time. Probe time.
Yay!
Unmanned probe time.
Okay. You now have 237 probes left.
Probe!
Oh no.
Aim! Yeah!
Okay. So, a probe gets sent. Now it's time to take a scan. And this time we can do it from close range. So, it's going to be J. Bale rolling. Dice. 1-5 momentum. The ship will assist.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Or does anyone have objections?
No.
Okay. There we go. Okay, that's 3 successes already.
Alright.
Great.
Nice.
So, oh, and of course the ship has advanced sense suite, so that reduces the difficulty by 1. Okay. So, who would like to roll for the ship?
I'll get for it.
Okay, go ahead. Sensors plus engineering again.
Okay. Sure. Here we go. Nope.
Oh!
A 12.
Wasn't a
12.
complication, so it doesn't matter.
And it's a 12. It's a 12 anyway. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very close.
Mm-hmm.
Very close.
So, probe flies over. It takes the probe good, like a good 20 minutes to arrive because you're at extreme range. The probe is traveling
Yeet!
the probe is traveling very, very, very fast, but it is sublight speed. So, what do you want to do in the 20 minutes?
Space tea time.
Gee, sounds good to me.
And if you want to, you could ask the mess or the galley to prepare some tea.
Hell yeah!
All right.
Tea!
Sure.
Well, we might as well.
I think Shiun's going to pull up the computer data on low bay crystals.
Okay.
Sure.
You get the data. I'm going to need a roll to see how much you know. You research the ship. So this is going to be your roll. It's going to be insight plus science. The ship will assist with computers plus science. The difficulty of this,
Alright.
since this is semi-rare and you know you've only got 20 minutes, I'm going to set the difficulty to 2. But the complication range is 1.
Okay. Definitely no focuses apply. My science and insight is 13, so not bad. And we're at how much momentum now?
Right?
Okay.
6.
I would like a die then.
Yeah.
Sure.
Go on.
Okay.
Rogue, you've almost made it halfway up my window with your emotes.
No!
It's all of my window now.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yay!
that-
I got more. I could do more.
All right. Insight, science, 3 dice. Go.
2. It's okay. So now, Rogue, let's roll for the ship.
Yeah. Okay, give me a sec.
Computers plus science.
Nice.
Cookies and science.
10s and a
Okay.
16.
Look.
Very average rolls.
Yeah, not too
So
close.
it's computers and science.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1. Boink.
There you go. So that's generated the momentum back.
Nice.
Okay.
You ask the computer to give you some data. You have to go to one of the one of the rooms that has an actual display on it, or your quarters perhaps, and pull up information. They seem to be very, very rare. There are actually no worlds that the Federation knows of where they are naturally occurring. The only source of them is through trade with other entities. There are some notes of them being used as a currency by some species that you've never heard of, the name of which is Ferengi. And you don't know where they naturally you don't know where they naturally occur from. You only know that some of them, through various ways, through trade, find their ways to different places. But they're very rare, and again, the aforementioned properties of how they mess up transporter rematerialization. There are also some notes about them interacting with strong electromagnetic fields in a way, which would support your hypothesis. So, yes.
All right.
If you would like to ask questions using obtained information, you may do so at your leisure, or leisure, whichever you prefer. Or ledger, but that's a different thing.
A little bit. just a little. Well.
Electroneumatic fields.
Fun. Always fun to have my spontaneous theories legitimized.
What can I say? You're clever.
Thanks.
Oh, got rid of my emoji comes.
Interesting. No, I think that's all the information I can think to ask for right now. I think without talking to the woman who has the necklace, there's not a lot more leads.
Okay, so do you want to wait until the probe arrives now?
Yes.
Anyone else want to do anything? Doviah,
And definitely tell medical officers to inform me as soon as she wakes up.
Yes, I had assumed that that's a thing that was going to happen.
Tea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink my tea.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Westacre also gets a cup of tea. Jay Baylor doesn't seem at all
While
amused by this.
One who is controlled by an American does not take tea.
Yeah,
Figure.
Jay Baylor does not at all seem amused by this. If at all, the look on his face is basically saying that he probably thinks this is quite unprofessional. But who knows? It's just a refreshment. Who's ever heard of anything bad coming from refreshments?
Yeah.
So, the probe arrives, and
Sure.
yeah, the probe arrives.
Sure.
Get a readout. Basically, the atmosphere, of course, is still completely unbreathable inside. The life support systems doesn't seem to have been able to cope with it yet. However, the ship has stopped leaking plasma, and it looks like the propulsion systems have essentially burned themselves out. The cores shut down. Not sure if it's an automatic thing, or if she managed to initiate some sort of shutdown procedure before, or if it's just broken and so it doesn't function, it's an emergency shutdown. You don't know. That would be a thing to obtain information on. And there are no other life signs or any other organic signatures on board. Looks like she was the only member of her crew. And the temperatures inside are dropping to acceptable levels. In the short time that the probe is passing by, you do detect that the atmosphere is gradually being filtered by the life support systems. And also there does appear to be quite a lot of stuff in the cargo holds. Nothing particularly interesting at this point. Would you like to spend momentum on obtain information? Bear in mind, we've currently got 5 because 1 evaporated.
Got that.
If any other players have anything to suggest, that might be a good thing to ask.
I know.
It doesn't have to.
I know.
Just because I ask 95% of the questions doesn't mean you can't.
Very true.
So it's all gone down. No, there. Do we know if it's safe enough it won't go kabooey?
That can be inferred without using. So yeah, it looks like the reactor's shut down, engines. So yeah, it's not gonna explode.
Right, that's good.
So we know that there's no alive.
No organic matter
form.
on board. So no
Not
bodies,
okay.
no life signs. Yeah.
And the shield's also down, right?
How big's the
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
How big's the
ship is about 100 or so meters long.
You need more crew than one then to.
Well,
Depends. If
it's an automated freighter.
freighters generally have very little crew. Usually more than one.
There's loads of stuff in there. You said there's loads of
Yes,
stuff
loads
in,
of
right?
stuff. Yes.
There's no one there.
Maybe that could be scanned, like what sort of stuff it's got loaded.
Can we tell by the scan of the extent of the damage?
Yes, that would be a thing that you could obtain information on.
Yeah. Can we do that, please?
Sure.
Okay, so we're at 4 momentum now. It looks like the power grid of the ship has been significantly damaged, as well as the engines. But other than that, the ship seems in quite good condition. There are also some signs that the ship's been in a battle some time ago, but the damage has been repaired since.
You said it was. Did you say it would get vented out?
The toxins in the atmosphere on board are slowly being filtered out by the life support system. If you didn't want to wait, if you wanted to go over before then, you could go over in EV suits and you'd be fine.
Yeah.
Unless,
So
of course, there's
how-
some sort of sensors thing that detects you and then does stuff. But what are the chances of that? Yeah.
Right.
Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back, VGR. Right.
So I
do we know how long it takes for it to all vent out?
I'm going to give that to you for free. It's at the rate that it's going, it's probably gonna take between 15 and 20 hours.
So yeah, if we want to go over to UV suits.
Yeah. I think the only other thing I'd scan for would be unusual materials in the cargo.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So you want to spend one of the 4 momentum on that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm
So-
thinking of doing something.
Most of the cargo is very basic supplies. Things like self-sealing stem bolts or raw resources or just general stuff, basically. There is a cargo compartment, a cargo bay, that has some shielded containers. Don't know if that's because maybe what's inside is radioactive, could be, or maybe it's contraband and they didn't want it to be scanned. Whatever it is, your scans fail to penetrate. However, you do detect some movement on board, just as the probe is passing out of range. And that's, I think, where we're going to end the session.
Oh.
Okay, so now what's this? Well, this is the end of the stream.
Find out next week.
Seems like it could be contraband.
All right.
Damn it.
So we now have 2 things to investigate on the ship.
Yay!
Let's see if we can't get that number a little higher.
Oh no.
Mhm.
Ah.
Okay,
It shall be interesting.
so I quite like that. That's it's been a while since we've had it's been a while since we've had interesting interactions with NPCs, because the last time was with Dr. Laura Hastings on of Fate and Stone. Was it of Stone and Fate?
Of Stone Faith.
Always get them mixed
Oh,
around.
the one where you had the
Anyway.
sock vampires.
Yeah,
And I got
yeah.
and
Because after that, well, actually no, that's not true. We had the Children of Theseus. That had some fun interactions.
Yay.
But then we had the whole to touch a reflection thing, which for the most part didn't really have that much.
Yeah.
And then we had the last one, the Allure, which also was pretty much only between player interactions,
Yeah.
which is great, but it did mean that I didn't get to do that much roleplay during that. So it's nice to be back with more NPCs that have stuff to say and do.
Yes.
That's a good question. When are we going to open the boxes? Well, first we've got to either get the boxes over onto our ship, which I'm sure is a great idea and won't end badly at all, or we've got to go over to that other ship ourselves, which again, I'm sure won't end badly at all.
Either in EV suits now, or we wait and then we go over normally. Well, not now, but next week.
Yes.
fair.
But yeah.
Okay then. So, I guess that's the end of the stream then. This stream will be archived on YouTube, and I guess that's that. So thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for being in chat. It's always great to have you.
Yeah.
And
Excellent.
see you next time. Let's see if Roomspot is still here. I think Roomspot probably is.
Roombar's got to be still here. No, we won't end until Roombar. No, the stream will not end until Ruth Bar.
Room's bath.
Yeah, bath. Yeah.
Fades out.
No?
Sure.
No, never been out yet.
No, I mean, I've got. Oh, there we go.
Bye, thanks.
Okay. Bye bye.
Yes, indeed.
Bye
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.